Yo, I wanted to apologize to you, Tim. Last episode, I was a little.
He been waiting for you to apologize.
I was a little bit for real.
No, I don't know.
After the last episode, I just want to give you a public apology because I felt like I was a bit I had the word in my head, but I can't remember the word that I wanted to say.
Shit.
But I was getting like real emotional and I was getting like real into the conversation. I might have came off a little, too, harsh, too extra.
I don't know what it means anyway, whatever the word is.
I just wanted to say I'm sorry, bro.
When?
The last episode.
What was he talking about?
What were we talking about? Jay-Z?
The Jay-Z thing, yeah.
Well, we already know he talked about Blue Ivy, so.
What was he talking about?
The love thing.
He's talking about when Jay-Z said, I was black and ugly, she wouldn't touch me. And then I pulled up in that dubbed out button. You don't remember that, and I don't remember you. That's what he's talking about. So he had to make the song cry.
Song cry.
I'm telling you, man, shit. Like,
Y'all want to be famous?
Would I want to be famous?
what you want to be, you are.
Nah, but like on the Richter scale.
What you
Because
wanna-
that's the thing, going back
Would
to
you
like,
want to
what I
be a
was-
star? That's a
great
difference.
question. No.
Because like that's the thing. One thing I do give like the utmost credit to is like we have all these fucking the baby up here and like
50.
one thing I do 50 and R.I.P. Takeoff and Lil Baby, but like one thing about those people is like they're in the limelight all the time and having to conduct yourself in a manner where it's just like you have to have like a standard with regard to like integrity because like bro, there's a camera on you at all times.
And
it's like,
hidden cameras.
yeah, and sometimes like obviously we're all hypocrites, but it's like bro, the internet doesn't stand for it. So it's like once you say something, that's your bond. You're held by that. Once you do something, especially at like those actions to what the words that you said is now like those and like people don't give a fuck for
And
you.
I feel like this is
They
where.
don't let you rock and do your thing anymore, especially if you're famous.
And this is where, like, not knowing who you are comes into play. And from a young age, I kind of knew that if I did something, I'm hard to miss. So, like, you may not see yourself as being famous. You're famous on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
Whether you want to believe it or not, somebody's watching you.
Bro.
Somebody's mimicking you. Somebody might have your picture in their room. But you don't see yourself that way. Just like 50 Cent at some point probably didn't see himself that way.
Okay, but would you want to be famous to a point where...
But you want to be a star.
Would you want to be famous and a star to a point where you're getting controlled? Every move that you make is calculated. Everything that you do is calculated.
I feel
Everything that you say is controlled. Yeah. When you are at a certain level, everything is controlled because you're not putting together your Instagram. You're not putting together your mixtapes. You're not putting together your wardrobe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's why I think
it's
the metaphor, is it a metaphor? Selling your soul to the devil. Because I feel like you can become famous, and I've said this before, years ago, you can be famous, but are you willing to do whatever it takes? It's some people out here, like on the internet and stuff, they're doing whatever it takes to become famous.
There's some people that I feel like have gotten far and they haven't taken the route of like being like puppeteered. Cause like, I feel like if like let's speak
It ain't about being puppeteered.
Kendrick versus, and I don't want to like call out no names because
Good example.
I may blow up and become a star myself and
Word.
be in the same room with some of these people. But no, just like think about somebody that you feel like is a star and is puppeteered versus like somebody that there's people that like Kendrick who I feel like get very far and as far as I know are not really puppeteered.
It's funny because, like I said, it's like I tell people when they talk about, oh, you getting old or something. Go on Instagram, go on Facebook, look at your first picture, and look at your picture now. It's like sometimes people forget a lot of these stars, they've been doing this shit for 20, 30 years
That's what I'm saying,
before they even got famous.
Word.
So they've been going through things that you probably couldn't see because they were famous on a lower scale.
Yeah.
Like a selling the CDs out the back of the
Yeah.
cars, but people still know them.
That's why they call these like these industry plants.
Industry plants as far as
Industry plants is just like there was no like glow up, you know. It's just like you just like, but because just like Tim said, where it's just like you see like with Lil Wayne where there was this like compounding or just like wrong.
Well, you gotta.
But I feel like I thought
Drake where
yeah,
it's like the
yeah.
grass either.
But you're gonna have this shit now because of social media and all of the outlets they have. Like if let's say I'm an A&R for Def Jam or something, and you got a song that I like, and I'm like, damn, this shit'll blow up. And I tell Def Jam, hey, let me get $1 million. I think I can get him to sign with me, and I think I can make the song blow up. The song blows up, you become a one-hit wonder.
But yeah, we're not talking about one hit wonders. I see what you're saying, but I'm not talking about one hit wonders. I'm talking about like a star, just like you said, where you just like.
Bruh, one-hit wonders. I'm talking about a
Justin Bieber.
star.
Bro, I think it comes back to what you said though, Tim. Like you gotta be there's something that has to be one innate in you to be able to handle that stress, drama, frequent of everything. Because you see these kid stars, some of them, well most of them, they grow up and they end up crashing and burning. They ended up being in drugs or having some type of scandals because they can't handle it.
Got good people around them too, probably.
Or the people that have success have the good people around them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think being a star, being famous like that on another level is different. It's different. I don't even think you can fathom how it is.
Bruh, think about Cardi B. Some people would think like Cardi B shit happened overnight. Like I said, sometimes I used to get trapped on Instagram Live watching Cardi B just talk about the strip club life and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then somebody saw something in her and said, let me give her some.
Yeah,
or let me let her.
but people like Cardi B, they know their capacity, and they're doing these things to get that deal ultimately.
But like I said, there's some people in this world like Cardi B where if you're around them long enough, you will start to pick up mannerisms from them.
Because
Like how she do that, or she does all that. If you're around people like this long enough, like one of my friends, she always, that's where I got it, because I was around her long enough, and I've always told her, like, you need to be a comedian because it's natural. She doesn't think about this. Like if I'm watching you and I'm like, goddamn, like big beer in my hand, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She would do stuff like that, and everybody around her start to pick up on it, and it's just, she's infectious.
Okay.
So some people are infectious to where you can't help but to kind of mimic
towards them.
Yeah, it's just hard not to.
Yeah. But with that, there comes a price. So if you have this talent, if you have this blessing, and you keep putting it out in the world, then ultimately you're gonna end up being famous. You end up being a star. So is it something that you want, or is it something that you don't want?
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
that goes to your question, like,
For me,
do
it's
you
like
want to be famous or do you not want to be famous? Because sometimes you give people what they want and it makes them crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has that choice.
one thing
Yeah.
now thinking about it too is like like stardom and which one you pick. I'll pick actor and actress, or I pick an actor every day, because an actor is just like, bro, they manage to stay out of like the limelight all the time.
Because work demands them to.
Exactly. Well, I mean, yeah, work demands them too, but you can make a movie and disappear. As an artist, it's like, when's the next album? When's the next single? You gotta do rollouts. Like, you know, it's like, I feel like that shit is way more.
Well, I feel like it's less about that and more about people's expectations of you.
No,
It's
I'm
just
saying,
like, if you rapping about drugs when you first come out, but then all of a sudden you grow up like Gucci Mane when he went to jail and he came out and, oh, he clowned this shit. Nah, he grew up. He grew up. He went to jail.
But nobody said that
Grew
about
Yeah,
said that
that's
about
just critics.
Denzel when he go from playing what's his name, Michael
Because he's an
lawyer.
actor.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm just saying, like, me, I would pick that stardom role for me as an actor, because the the artist role, that seems way too.
But the artist role like that,
and I respect it more because
I
of
feel
that.
like the artist role is a lot easier than the actor role too. The artist's life is easier. It's more. It's flamboyant. It's showy. It's out in clubs and out in things. And when you're an actor at that level, you gotta think like when you're doing a movie. Denzel's doing John Q. Or Malcolm X, but he's on tap to do The Equalizer 1, 2, and 3. So
I mean, like,
no, I'm saying like all those top actors, Leonardo DiCaprio, Denzel Washington. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
that job is hard.
How often do you see them boys in the camera though?
But why do you
Never,
But why
because
do
they're
you-
working. They
yeah,
have to
they're
learn
working,
those
but-
scripts. They have to learn like
I'm
5, 10
fine
scripts.
with that though. I'm fine with work being tough.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's more work than being an artist.
I feel
But the world criticizing you on top of work being tough,
Because you're out there. You're out there in the limelight.
they do, but not as often as artists.
When you're out there in the limelight, and that is the part of the world that you have to live in to be an artist, you're going to get that. You're going to get that feedback. You're going to get that response.
What this thing? I don't want that feedback.
Yeah, I
That's
get it,
me,
but
it's just like, bro,
if you're rapping and saying your booty hole is brown, it's like, bro, what do you expect?
Exactly.
It's like, shit, I'm rapping about popping a nigga and goddamn shooting legs off when I see him.
But it is for me. It's just like, bro.
But then
listen
I
to
come
the
out with a
song.
gospel album.
If you don't like it, don't listen to it. If you do like it,
Yeah, okay, but people will talk about anything. It's just like, we can say with athletes, like, I'm pretty sure there are plenty of white guys in the NFL that do bad shit.
Sure.
But it gets swept under the rug. When one of the 75% or 67, how many African Americans do something, they will drag that shit on because there's a lot of African Americans now that's in the media that's kind of throwing fuel on the fire. Yeah, he can pick the phone up and call me if he wanna, or he can da. And the shit keeps going. Because that's the trend.
I understand what you're saying. I just don't see why you would pick, with regards to fame, an artist over an actor.
Yeah. So to speak from my experience, I had a little 15 minutes of fame.
I feel like you enjoyed it.
I didn't. I'm not predispositioned to be like that. I'm not predispositioned to be loud. I'm not in the streets trying to be loud and draw attention to me. So like I'm walking in a mall and there's literally like people stopping me to get an autograph. And I'm in H&M and there's like a line of kids like signing up to get an autograph in the mall. Like I was just like, this is wow, off of some TV show type stuff.
Yeah.
To ultimately, it came a point where I didn't even want to like go out in the street, and I was thinking to myself like, I don't got it like that, but it was like that at a point in time.
Yeah.
You know, you go down the street and people are like honking at you, they want to talk to you, they're like, oh, it's you, I know you, like you don't know me.
I'm not that person.
You know, and I'm not. I am, but I don't want you in my business all the time, and I don't want you looking. I don't want extra cameras
Are you
on
that
me.
personable to where when you leave the house, you have to put on that facade and just like engage with everybody? I'm not that personable. Are you?
No.
I was about to say, I don't think you are. I think Tim is.
Yeah?
Tim can handle
Because
that.
I've been like this my whole life. Like, I've
Tim's
always been
person.
a big dude. So it's just like,
attention's always just drawn to you.
yeah,
But
so I got used to it. So it I don't know, it just stopped bothering me. Even when I had my 15 minutes and I happened just to Google myself one day and I saw people talking about me on blogs. And I was just like, what? Like, they don't even know me. And then I'm a headline and I'm like, what the fuck? What is this? And I don't even know about this stuff. I'm calling to figure out like what's going on with my life, and I don't know any of this stuff. And you know, even like, you know, coming to Europe and like people knowing what you buy at the grocery store, and it's like little stuff like that. I just kind of got used to and stopped caring because I always felt like being an athlete, I never, you know, I was always kind of, you know, did my thing behind closed doors. I never like put myself out there like that.
yeah.
And I feel like some dudes want people to know, like, oh, yeah, da. Even one of my homeboys, like, he the same way. Like, he don't put himself out there like that.
Yeah.
I'm actually interested now that you say that, Tim, because like he is. I know Tim's crazy personable, but like I wonder how much it would take for you to just be like, I can't.
That's
like,
what I'm
this
saying.
shit.
I don't know.
When people start touching me,
Well, okay.
I'm saying,
like,
but
let's say it doesn't go to the lengths to where it's like uncomfortable for you, where like people are doing anything that like makes you feel uncomfortable in touching you. But it's just like to what level of daily engagement
Exactly.
where you would just be like, I can't do
that,
Like,
and
I
that
just
is
wanna stay
it.
home right
That's
now.
it.
'Cause,
That's
like,
it.
Yeah.
People are asking you for. People gonna be calling you for interviews. People want you to do photo shoot. People want you to do a brand deal. People want you to post something on your Instagram. People want you to post something on your Facebook. People want you to come out and show yourself for this party. It's like, oh, and then you got a girlfriend, or you got friends, you got family, you
As
got
far as I know,
football,
you don't
got
have to do that
practice.
much as an actor.
Bro, it's a lot. Like,
I
and
feel like
just
you have to do
imagine
that
all
as an
the-
artist. You got to do interviews. You got to do
Yeah.
role. You better your eyes better be in the studio.
well, even as an actor, you gotta promote your movie.
Yeah, you got to promote
You
your
gotta,
movie.
you gotta go out and do what you call it?
But these
Promotion
motherfuckers,
tours.
yeah, these motherfuckers take long hiatuses
Yeah.
between movies. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you name like the bigger actors that are going from movie to movie, you know,
Yeah.
Denzel. But a lot of these actors and actresses, for the most part, on average, they take long hiatuses between movies because these motherfuckers get
And they be going through shit too.
Oh, 100%. We all are though.
And they just like Will Smith when people were, I felt the way
He put himself out there though.
but I still felt the way when people were kind of like dehumanizing him. It's like, damn,
That's
man, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Dehumanizing though, like
They
you
put
saying,
themselves because
they're just judging the people. People judge. People be behind and
I
anonymous and
understand.
talk shit.
Humanizing.
Dehumanizing.
Dehumanizing for me is just like, this person is not real. They're not gonna see this shit. Just like I feel like everything is not a fucking joke.
Yeah, but you can't
Like this man on TV crying.
Yeah, but everybody's not gonna have
motherfuckers making
sympathy.
memes.
Yeah, but everybody's not gonna care. Everybody is not a fan of Will Smith. You're not gonna always have fans.
But I feel you. But I can't. But that same person might have a mentally ill child or something.
People don't care.
Yeah, and it's just like, what if I say
Not
something about
me
your
personally,
kid?
but I know like.
You know what I'm saying? What if I say something about your kid? You get mad about that, but you can, you know what I'm saying, make mean shit about this man crying about it.
Yeah, that's people, but that's people, and they be
Yeah, exactly.
they be on. They know they're not gonna be seen. They're not gonna be touched. So they be at their home, anonymous, talking shit.
Yeah.
I say, and that's a thing, and that's a good topic. This is a good topic because people who are trying to get into the limelight, or people who are trying to get famous, or people trying to get their Instagram viewers up, or something like this. Sometimes they are afraid of the backlash they're gonna get because they are public. And I'm always telling them, like, what do you expect? If you want thousands of followers, 100,000 of followers, you want people to follow you, want people to buy your stuff, you want people to go to your classes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You got to put yourself out there. So why would then you be afraid or be apprehensive because you're afraid of what people might say wrong about you?
Yeah, true.
You know, like, you got to make a choice. You trying to be out there or you're not? Because if you're gonna be out there, there's a lot of sharks and there's a lot of wolves and snakes.
And that's why I
They're
said
gonna get
before, are you willing to sell your soul for fame?
It's
You
crazy.
gotta
for
sell
me.
your soul.
It's
Bro,
crazy.
I guarantee you right now, you can document your life every day, and I guarantee you at some point, you will be famous, bro. But are you willing to document every nip and cranny of your life for that?
Okay, but that's the same thing. Okay, you want to go to the NFL. You want to dedicate your life to be the best player that you can be.
No,
But you
no,
don't have to
no.
like
That
sell
one-
your soul.
That one's different because I feel like what Tim's saying is just like there's some things that you can do to.
You can.
There's some things out there that you can do that may go against like your.
Think about it. Like, let's say if you're a
morality
beautiful
and
woman.
values.
Oh, so
Yeah.
okay, I got you. So you're saying there is a direct line to fame, and you
Yes.
have to just.
That's why I always wondered. Oh shit.
Bro, we gonna do a whole compilation
Of 10
dropping his phone.
Look, I always wondered, like, I'm like, damn, like, what does selling your soul to the devil mean, or selling your soul for $1? And I'm like, now I know what it means. Like, even like working in a strip club, I understand it. So it's like, no. So it's like this. If you're a beautiful woman and you start like a OnlyFans. It's like, so you're willing to do this to make X amount of dollars. You're willing to do this. You're literally selling your soul.
Is that a bad thing?
I ain't saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, at what length are you willing to go to
Make money?
to make money? It's like you can go out here and you can sell drugs, but you know something's gonna come with it. Are you willing to go that route? Are you willing to leave your carbon footprint of this stuff that you're doing? If you are, cool, but you have to own it.
Yeah. For me,
But I feel like, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like that brings a bad air to.
Shit, being beautiful is a fucking talent. That's a talent, bro.
It's not a talent.
I'm a talent.
Now it's a talent.
It's not a talent. To be beautiful is not a talent.
You're naturally beautiful,
That's
or you can
You could be naturally
enhance
beautiful.
yourself to be
You
beautiful.
could. That's what I'm saying. You could be naturally beautiful, but I'm pretty sure it's hard to keep that shit up. That's where the term high maintenance. What the fuck is maintenance? It's like you gotta look good all the fucking time.
Nah, yeah.
Hair done, nails done, lashes done.
For me, it's like
It's
being beautiful is like somebody being fast. It's like that. It's not gonna get you to the league, but it's damn sure gonna help if you,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you
You
practice
just
being
really
fast, all of the shit, you will break a world record or two. If you practice being fast, like you
Well,
can be
yeah.
fast, but if you practice being fast, you will get faster. You will get better.
Yeah, so it all comes down to the choice. Like, if you want to be famous, if you want to achieve something on a high level, you have to be consistent. You have to do this, and that continuously, and ultimately sell your soul. Like,
If
but
you-
it's also selling your soul when you want to be